Hello, third graders. We are going to get started by reading our targets today. Please follow along with me. I can find 100, 1,000, and 10,000 more or less than any given 4 or 5-digit number. Our success criteria says, I will know I am successful when I can show my work and arrive at the correct answer when adding and subtracting numbers. Let's get started right away.
So today, third graders, when we are looking at finding more and less than any given number, we are really going to be thinking about that place value that we have been practicing the past few weeks. So looking at our place value chart here, we have the ones place to start over on the far right, and then we move to the tens place, the hundreds, and then we jump into thousands. So we have the 1,000s, the 10,000s, and the 100,000s. And we are going to be looking at all those place values today. Let's start with just refreshing our brains on finding place value. Let's circle the number that is in the tens place. Look at the number 543. Okay, and let's circle the number that is in the tens place, 543. The number that is in the tens place is the 4. The value of that number is 40. Look at the number 276. Which number do you think is in the tens place there? Yep, the 7 is in the tens place. What is the value of that number then? The value is 70. Look at the number 1,984. Which number there is in the tens place? Way to go, it's the 8. And the value of the 8 is 80 because it's in the tens place. Let's box the number in the ones place. Back up to the 543. The number that's in the ones place. And that is correct. The 3 is in the ones place, and the value of that number is 3. Looking at 276, box the number in the ones place. You're so smart. The 6 is in the ones place, and the value is, of course, 6. And 1,984, the number in the ones place, correct, is the 4. The value is 4. Okay. Now let's underline the number in the hundreds place. Look back up at that 543, which number is in the hundreds place? Ding, 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 the 5. The value of the 5 here is 500 because it's in the hundreds place. Look at the number 276. What number is in the hundreds place? Yep, the number 2. The value is 200. Finally, 1,984. Which number is in the hundreds place here? Don't get fooled. It is the 9, and the value of the 9 is 900.
Awesome job, Mrs. Luzowitz.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about our target for today. Now that we've done a little place value review, we know which digit sits in which place value. Let's talk about more than or less than. Well, we know that more, if I'm getting more of something, I am always adding. So I'm going to put a little plus sign here so we remember that. And the less always means that I'm having some taken away. If I have less than I had yesterday, then I had some taken away yesterday. So remember, we can use some different strategies. Right now we are working on our place value drawings to help us. So looking up above, it shows us that 1,000 needs to have a rectangle, not a square. And I notice that it's bigger than the square because the square is for hundreds. The bar I know right here, the line is for tens, and then that circle will be my ones. It is asking me what number is 100 more than 1,290. Well, first I'm going to draw out 1,290 in order to add 100 more. So I'm drawing my 1,000 first. I have 2 hundreds. I have 9 tens. And I have 0 ones. Now I'm going to add 100 because we're looking for more. 100 more. Now, if I take a look, I am expected to count all of my place values together, and I'm going to see how much I have total. When you do this, third graders, always start on the right in case you need to add up. Just like we do in adding, you always start on the right. So in my ones place, I have 0 still. For tens, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For hundreds, I have 1, 2, 3. And then for thousands, I have 1. So what number is 100 more than 1,290? The answer is 1,390. It seems appropriate that if it's asking about hundreds, my 100 place value is the only place value that changed when I did the problem. Now, in order to save myself some time, I'm going to use my same drawing as before. Okay, this is not something that you would do on your work, but I am doing this just to help us move forward, third graders. It says, what number is 100 less than 1,290? Well, in order to do this, I need to take away 100 because it says less. So I'm going to put an X over one of my hundreds. Now I'm going to count the total. I have, remember, start on the right, 0 ones. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tens. I have 100 and I have 1,000. Again, my hundreds place changed and I'm working on hundreds. Let's take a look at the next one.
So, now that you're warmed up, let's try some 4-digit numbers. Miss Anderson, something that I noticed that I was thinking we could do that is different than the way you did it was by adding and subtracting instead of drawing out the place values. So I'm going to show you how I can find 100 more and 100 less using addition and subtraction. I'm going to start with the number that was given, 1,257, and I want to find 100 more. So I'm going to add 100 to 1,257. Starting in the ones place, 7 plus 0 is 7, 5 plus 0 is 5, 2 plus 1 is 3, and I have 1,000. So 100 more than 1,257 would be 1,357. Again, noticing that the only number that changed was the number in the hundreds place.
A common mistake, third graders, would be to write 1,300 as your final answer. Make sure that even if you aren't adding anything to the other place values, they still stay the same.
And then if I'm going to do 100 less, I'm going to use subtraction. Again, for the sake of time, I'm going to use the work that I had before, but of course, you would be doing it separately. So 100 less, I know that I'm going to take 100 away. When I look at this, I have 1,257. 7 take away 0 would leave me with 7. 5 take away 0, leave me with 5. I have 2, I need to take 1 away, would leave me with 1. 1 take away nothing is 1. For my answer. What is 100 less than 1,257? That would be 1,157. Again, the 100s place is the only number that changed there. Hey, third graders, now you try this on your own. You can use the drawing with place value, do the drawing like Miss Anderson did, or you could do adding and subtracting like Miss Sluzowitz did. Go ahead and pause the video and check back in with us when you're done. Okay, welcome back, third graders. What is 100 more than 4,533? Your answer should be 4,633. What is 100 less? Your answer should be 4,433. If you did not get the same answer, go back and check your work to see where your mistakes were made, and then move on. Okay, try this one on your own, third graders. We have 7,933.
So go ahead and pause the video. All right, third graders, so our answer, it changed a little. This time the thousands and the hundreds place value changed. That is because instead of 9, we went up to 10, and if we go up to 10, we need to carry into the thousands. Third graders, make sure that you do not let this fool you. If you show your work, you will not be fooled. Show your borrowing, show your carrying, show everything that you are doing. If you try to do it in your head, chances are you will be fooled. Okay, you need to make wise choices and be a self-directed learner. Okay, today we are going to finish here with the hundreds place value, adding or subtracting 100. Your work may ask you to add 1,000. Maybe it will ask you to add 10,000. Could even ask you to add 100,000 if we were challenging you. We expect that you guys will accept the challenge that you are given and work just as hard, okay? You can be a problem solver. Instead of adding 100, you will add whatever it asks you to add. We believe in you. Have a great day and make great choices. Bye.